of Stand Up Alaska. I want to start by thanking our partners, sponsors, and the scores of volunteers that made this event possible. If you see somebody in a bright yellow shirt or a pink vest, please take time to thank them because they made all of this possible. So look around you. Go ahead, take a real look. These are your friends and neighbors that have come out today to stand up for democracy and to stand against whatever the hell is going on in Washington, D.C. So again, we're going to do what we did before because people have moved around. Take a beat, find someone close to you, introduce her, and say, thank you for standing up for me today. Right now, everybody, I'm going to take a break. We stand in solidarity with each other because that's what Alaskans do. From Anchorage to Kotzebue, Dillingham to Wrangell, Fairbanks to the Kenai, 20 different communities woke up this morning, looked at what was happening in our country, and said, nope, not today. They really hoped that we wouldn't show up. But you know what? We will always show up. Why? Because when we fight, we win. So let me tell you something about these little men in Washington, D.C. I've seen them in the hallways of the Capitol. Quite frankly, in Juneau and D.C. These men who wake up every morning, put on their expensive-ass, ill-fitting suits, and decide which rights of yours they can take away before breakfast. They do it in cruel and devious ways. They cut SNAP benefits for our children and elders. They gut agencies that protect our water and our land. They are deporting our neighbors who came here with nothing to make a life for themselves. And worst of all, they are murdering people in the streets. And I use that word deliberately, murdering. And then they have the audacity to lie about it to our faces and then refuse to investigate themselves. They are attacking voting rights by trying to jam through bills like the so-called SAVE Act, which the only purpose of the SAVE Act is to stop people from voting and to stop the ass whipping they know they're about to take in November. And then this is my favorite part, right? They are betting that Alaska is too far away, too spread out, too cold, and too divided to do anything about it. You know what I say? They clearly don't know Alaska. People are the reason why we are here. Alaskans are the reason why Stand Up Alaska exists. We are just regular people who showed up and said, not on our watch, we will be the resistance. And that is who we still are today. 20 communities across Alaska, the fire of resistance is burning hot and bright. And those little men in D.C. in their ill-fitting suits, they are still betting against Alaska. And guess what? They will lose. Because tell me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! When they cut services in Kotzebue, it doesn't just stay in Kotzebue. When they strip rights from the most vulnerable among us, they strip rights from all of us. When someone doesn't have health care, how many people in the crowd are no longer covered with health care? Raise your hand. That's right. My bill went from $500 to $2,400 a month, so I no longer have health insurance. This is ridiculous. When someone doesn't have health care, we all suffer. Here's what people will never understand about Alaskans. Rural and urban, indigenous and newcomer, young people and elders, we take care of our people. So let me tell you what Alaska stands for, and I mean this. Write it down so you can email it to Dan Sullivan and Nick Beggett because they clearly missed the memo. We stand up for our immigrant friends and family. We stand up for our unhoused neighbors who deserve dignity and not a police report. We stand up for our children who deserve school and safety and a future. Somebody didn't sell out. And we stand up for indigenous peoples whose sovereignty is not a negotiating point. Not today, not ever. We stand up for healthcare as a human right for every Alaskan, in every community, full stop. And we stand up for voting rights because we believe every American has the right to vote. And we stand up because Alaskans never back down. We know that we have to fight back down. So here's the meat of the situation. This is your homework. Yes, I said homework. We want every single eligible voter to help vote these fools out. And drop it off. If you don't have your ballot, go to City Hall, get a ballot, and vote. These elections matter. We have primaries in August and a general election in November. If you're eligible, you must vote in every single one. Who here has a plan to vote? All right, I like those numbers. I want you to remember that this march is but one step. This mobilization that we have going on here, which is freaking amazing, this is the very first step. The next step is visiting those tables back there. You have all got to try to get involved in some way in this movement. Sign up with a cause, sign up with an org, and if nobody back there reflects the change you want to see in this world, then stand up and be that friggin' change. Start something new. Reach out to us, and we will be there to support you.